My parents threw me out with a single note: "Get out. You're no longer our daughter." All because I wouldn't hand my sister $30,000 to start a cafe. 1 month later, at his 75th birthday celebration, my grandfather helped me serve the coldest revenge imaginable, 3 sleek gift boxes waiting just for them. Hi Reddit, throwaway for obvious reasons. I'm Ava, 27F, and this is the tale of how $30,000 mattered more to my parents than their own child, and how that choice came back to haunt them, courtesy of my quietly legendary grandpa. Let me back up. My little sister, Jessica, 24F, has forever been the visionary in the family, the kind who leaps from one costly hobby to the next. Clothing line, cupcake phase, crystal healing, and now, Café mobile. The catch? She never puts in the work. She just expects someone else to pay. That someone has always been me. I started grinding at 17, went full-time after college, and clawed my way into finance and economics. I'm not wealthy, but I'm solid. Zero debt. Strong credit. Healthy savings. So when Jessica cornered me last December with a glossy Canva deck, declaring, "I only need $30,000 to open this cozy hub for artists and locals," I didn't jump. I asked real questions. Business plan? Signed lease? Any cafe experience? Her replies, "Not yet, details, and that's what employees are for." I told her gently that I couldn't give $30,000 to an idea with no foundation. If she waited tables for a year, took barista classes, maybe tested a pop-up, I'd think about investing. But not a blank check. She stomped off. That same night Mom rang, furious, "Your sister's always had it tougher than you. You think you're above us now?" Dad piled on, "It's 30 grand, Ava. You've got plenty. Stop hoarding and help your family." I stood my ground. I thought that was the end. 2 days later I came home to my belongings stuffed in trash bags on the porch and a note in Mom's cursive. "Ava, leave. We're done. You've shown where your loyalty lies. Enjoy your selfish future. Mom and Dad." I sat in my car sobbing, trying to understand how fast they'd erased me. Over money. Over a grown woman's daydream. I wasn't even allowed to pet my childhood dog goodbye. Jessica, naturally, posted a smug Instagram story the next morning. Some people lift dreams. Some people clutch cash. Grateful the garbage removed itself. #BossBabe. The knife twisted deeper. But one person did reach out. My grandfather. Dad's father. Grandpa Walter, 75, ex-Navy, retired, and sharper than anyone half his age. He invited me to lunch. Over his legendary bolognese he locked eyes with me and said, "What your parents did was shameful. Blood isn't disposable because of dollars. I'm going to help." I told him I didn't need cash, just distance. He shook his head. "Not money, Ava. Strategy." He added, "Your cousin Jamie's already on board." That's when the real plan unfolded: private party, 3 gift boxes, and a reveal nobody would forget. Grandpa's 75th was planned as a lavish country club luncheon in a gorgeous hall outside town. My parents were co-hosting, translation, peacocking, and the whole extended family was coming. Normally I'd have skipped it after the "You're dead to US" note. But Grandpa insisted. "You must come. And wear that emerald dress from Jamie's graduation, the one that screams old money. When Grandpa gets that glint in his eye, the same one that probably stared down enemy ships, you just salute." He asked me to arrive early. When I walked in, Jamie grinned and handed me 3 matte black boxes, each tagged, "Mom, Dad, Jessica." Inside each, nothing but a card. Heavy cream stock, wax sealed. Grandpa said, "Trust me, this hits harder than cash." The man once brokered a truce over tea and pound cake. I wasn't about to argue. Guests arrived in their Sunday best, champagne flowed, a jazz trio whispered Billie Holiday. I kept my distance while my parents and Jessica worked the room like influencers. Jessica even passed out glossy flyers for her future cafe, and get this, listed me as an angel investor in tiny print at the bottom. I almost spat out my sparkling water. At 2 p.m. Grandpa took the mic, delivered a moving speech about legacy and love that had people dabbing eyes. Then he smiled. Before cake, I have 3 small tokens for 3 people who recently taught me what family truly means. He called my parents and Jessica on stage. They practically floated up there, beaming. He handed each a black box. Open together. Silence fell like a guillotine. Mom's card, you abandoned your daughter. Now I abandon you. Dad's card, you put her on the street. I'm removing you from my will. Jessica's card, dreams require effort, not extortion. Lesson 1 in business. Gasps ricocheted. A cousin dropped her phone. Jessica squeaked, "This is a prank, right?" Grandpa didn't flinch. "No prank. My attorney's in the back row if you need proof." Then he turned, took my hand, raised it high, and declared, "This is my granddaughter. The only one who never asked for a penny. The only one who inherits everything." You could hear ice melting. Mom's lips quivered. Dad tried a nervous chuckle, "Come on, Pops." Grandpa cut him off, "You said she wasn't family." "Fine. Then you're strangers to me." Jessica hurled her box to the floor and bolted, tears streaming. My parents scurried after her, faces crimson. I stood frozen while aunts who'd ignored me for years suddenly acted like I was the second coming. The next morning Grandpa's estate lawyer, Mr. Goldman, think Morgan Freeman with a Yale JD, called me in. He slid a folder across the desk. "Your grandfather wanted this delivered in person. Inside. Deed to his paid-off 2-bedroom downtown condo. Trust account with $250,000 already transferred. Title to his 1968 Mustang, the one I begged to ride in as a kid. Medical and durable power of attorney, full control." A handwritten note. "Ava, you are this family's future. You earned this with character, not demands. Make me proud. Make them watch. Grandpa." I sobbed right there in the leather chair. Someone finally really saw me, and decided I was enough exactly as I was. Meanwhile Jessica's cafe empire crumbled faster than stale biscotti. One party guest happened to be a zoning official, her locked-in location? Strictly residential. Her big investor? An ex who vanished once he saw the Canva slides. Then Jamie dropped the nuke tweet. When you evict your sister for refusing to give $30,000, fake a cafe on Canva, and get disinherited by Grandpa in front of 80 guests, maybe stick to something easier. Like reality. 80K likes in 48 hours. Local trending. Old retail co-workers posted receipts of Jessica calling customers peasants. Her stock photo Instagram drowned in face with tears of joy emojis and hashtag CanvaQueen. Final story, haters can't handle visionaries. Then poof, account deleted. My parents blew up Grandpa's phone, nothing. Then mine. Voicemail 1, "Dad, sweetie, let's talk. Big misunderstanding." Voicemail 2, "Mom, the neighborhood's sketchy, honey. We're worried. Maybe we can help manage the condo." Voicemail 3, "Jessica, enjoy your pity Mustang and dusty money. You'll never build anything real." I didn't reply. Instead I posted one photo in the family group chat I hadn't touched since eviction day, me leaning on the Mustang, keys dangling, caption. "You disowned me. The only one who mattered just made sure I'll never need you again." Then I left the chat. 2 weeks later I was settling into the condo, quiet mornings, no drama, actual peace. Until one Sunday Grandpa invited me for lunch. A black SUV rolled up. Out climbed my parents and Jessica, dressed like they were about to film a reconciliation special. I froze. Grandpa just sipped his coffee and said, "Relax. This one's for you too." They approached with fake smiles. "Dad, we've reflected, Mom, we're still family." Jessica muttered, "You've had time to cool off and share, right?" Grandpa stood, handed Mom another black box. Final gift. Not. Forgiveness, clarity. Inside. Jessica permanently removed from educational trust. Ironclad no contest clause. Parents stripped of all authority over grandpa's affairs. Card read, you chose money over your daughter. Here's the interest. Dad whispered, cruel. Grandpa replied, cruel was choosing $30,000 over your child. This is simply arithmetic. Jessica screeched, she's boring. I'm the dreamer. Grandpa, you dreamed. She delivered. Epilogue, 3 months on. Jessica tried a latte garden pop-up, took deposits, disappeared. Again. Parents tried guilt-tripping cousins. Nobody's biting. Me? Finishing my MBA remotely, living peacefully. Every Sunday I take Grandpa cruising in the Mustang, he lets me drive now. Says I've earned the wheel. Last week we passed my parents trudging home from the store, car broken down. I eased off the gas for half a second. Then I floored it. Some doors don't just shut. They bolt. The end. What would you have written in that final black box? Because sometimes the sharpest revenge is simply the truth, delivered in calligraphy.